So my lovely bushes, welcome back to another FighterZ video. The second DLC pack for Season 2 has finally been announced officially through the V-Jump scan that you see right here. That's right, another Goku, this time from Dragon Ball GT. The reception to Goku has been kind of polarizing because one, it's another Goku, but two, it's a Kid Goku with a power pole. And I feel like people are giving this one a pass as well. Mostly because people wanted the original Goku from the original Dragon Ball with a power pole. Instead, they got this GT version, which everything that is GT is very polarizing in the Dragon Ball community. But they gave him a power pole. Now, why is it that I can't remember Goku using a power pole in GT? Oh, that's right, because he didn't. GT's ending does feature him with a power pole, but in the actual show, I don't think he ever used it. Maybe in that GT movie. You know what? My personal take on this is that they were able to implement GT, which is something that a portion of the fan base actually wanted, and at the same time, make the fans that wanted a power pole happy. It's a smart solution. At the end of the day, all that matters to me is how this character plays. Before Jiren and Videl came out, I was so certain that I was gonna main Videl, but she came out and I didn't really enjoy her moveset. I enjoyed Jiren's a lot more, and I ended up playing Jiren for a long time, even though I don't really like Jiren as a character. So ultimately, that's what that comes down to. And I think with my preference for small characters, I'm actually gonna like Kid Goku a lot. And what's cool about this is that the power pole is not just there for show, it's actually integrated into his moveset, which is gonna make him a small character with a lot of reach potentially. And that's great because when you're blocking as a small character, you can't be fuzzy. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work in small characters, but it obviously comes with a downside of you not having a lot of reach. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I also love Kid Buu, because of his stretchy limbs. And in the scan, we can see two abilities using the power pole. One of them is Goku kind of jumping up. If that's a special move, that's something that can be put into block strings, and he's just gonna go into the air and go for some high-low mix-ups, potentially some cross-ups even. And then you can see a normal hit in the air where he just extends the power pole and hits Trunks in the face. I think that's his face. Probably not. Low resolution scan. Thanks for that lens flare on the left, by the way. One of his specials is the reverse Kamehameha. That's what those two screenshots are. The first one has Goku shooting the Kamehameha backwards, which propels him into Trunks. So that's going to be useful to closing in the distance. Something similar to maybe the Vegeta dash kick or the Bardock's lariat. It's usually a very useful tool to have. It obviously depends on how fast this is going to be, but typically in fighters, these abilities end up being very, very powerful. On top of that, it seems like the projectile stays in place, though that might just be this specific frame of animation. But I don't know, there's a possibility that Goku shoots the Kamehameha backwards, he rushes into the enemy, and if the enemy blocks and he can somehow cross him up, he can start pushing him towards the projectile that just stayed in the stage. I don't know, I'm speculating a bit too much, but this looks like a Piccolo orb to me. Maybe not, maybe that's too much to hope for. The text next to this ability does say that you can change the trajectory of Goku during his reverse Kamehameha special. So again, like Bardock's lariat, maybe it doesn't just shoot him forward, it can also shoot him upwards. But for more details, we're gonna have to wait and see. We then move on to his supers. His level 1 is a super Kamehameha, that's what you see on the left there. And the text underneath it says that Goku will actually go into Super Saiyan 3 during this super if there are 2 characters left on your team or less. So if someone dies on your team, Goku will turn Super Saiyan 3 before launching the super Kamehameha. Does that make the Kamehameha more powerful? That we don't know for sure. That's something that we're gonna have to wait and see, wait for gameplay or wait for, you know, the character to actually come out. It could just be an aesthetic change, it could just be, oh, look, it looks cooler now. But even with base Goku, his Kaioken got stronger as characters on your team died, so there is precedent to abilities getting, you know, more powerful as you lose characters on your own team. And that could very much be the case here. And then we have his level 3, which is a big-ass Spirit Bomb. It looks similar to base Goku, but obviously I expect it to behave very, very differently. Base Goku Spirit Bomb is very slow. It only works with specific combos, with specific DHCs, so I'm definitely expecting this one to not be as situational. It is a lot bigger, so it will be a little bit weird if it deals less damage than base Goku's Spirit Bomb. At the same time, if it is not as situational, this dealing more damage would actually be unfair. The text next to the super doesn't say anything about the damage, but it does point out an interesting fact, which is that this Ultra Spirit Bomb is slow. Again, we don't know if it's as slow as base Goku's, but it is slow. The main difference being that Goku is free to move before it hits. So with base Goku, he is stuck in the animation until the Spirit Bomb is over, but with Goku GT, GT, he can throw the Spirit Bomb and then just move around. It's, again, like a Piccolo orb. Only this time, it's giant and costs 3 bars a meter. And then at the bottom, this is the big one. At the bottom, the text highlighted in yellow says that there is another level 3 that they're not revealing yet. A secret level 3, another trick up his sleeve. What is this? The expectation now, because they've kept this a secret, is that it is a Super Saiyan 4 Super. Kid Goku turning Super Saiyan 4. I mean, if you talk about Goku GT, what was the best thing to come out of that? It was the Super Saiyan 4 transformation. I think universally, it's one of the most beloved things about Dragon Ball GT. How cool and unique that transformation looked. I mean, and I'm inclined to agree. It wasn't just another hair recolor, it was actually like a full physical transformation, and a return to the Saiyan's roots with the whole monkey aesthetic. Them teasing this second level 3 and not really showing it, I think just sets all the expectations to a Super Saiyan 4 transformation. Now, it could be the second install of the game. So far, the only transformation install we have is Golden Frieza, or it could simply be a cinematic level 3 Super where, you know, he transforms and at the end of the Super he reverts back to normal, just like Super Saiyan Goku turns into Super Saiyan 3. Either way, if we don't get Super Saiyan 4 at this level 3 Super, people are gonna be pissed. You've set the expectation, now I just hope you guys meet it. I mean, why else would they hide the second level 3, right? They show you the Super Spirit Bomb, this ridiculous super. I mean, that's no problem. So what else could there be? What is more exciting than that? I think Super Saiyan 4 is the most obvious answer. I think this is a seriously big hint towards it being in the game. The fact that they kept it secret, I think it's a big hint to Super Saiyan 4 being the upcoming Super. With that, only one DLC character is left to announce. You might remember that Season 2 of DLC has 6 total characters. Jiren and Videl were the first 2, and the last 2 are Broly and Gogeta from the Broly Super movie. Now with Kid Goku, all that's left is one character, so who is it? I'd love to hear your guys' opinions. Let me know which character you would want, but also which character do you think they're gonna put in the game. Personally, I want Gregory, but I think they're gonna do Master Roshi.
Put Gregory in the game, you cowards.
I look forward to reading what you guys got, but as always, folks, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Boy.